What's up? What's up? We're in the red zone, baby. We're in the jungle, baby. Earl Skakel in the house. We're just doing a late night stream before I go to bed. And hopefully you guys are enjoying the content as much. Whoa, whoa. We're going to switch up the lighting back to the red zone. But until then, enjoy the white Earl. I do realize it's 5:32 in the morning for you East Coast freaks. It's still pretty early for you kids, and you might be just getting up, or some of you might be just going to bed. And come one, come all, babies. We welcome you into the Earlverse late night. Now, the late night streams are more just a bonus for the kids. The trolls, the kids, the fans, whatever you guys are. And to be completely honest with you, I think it's helping me crack the algorithm. And who knows, maybe I'm the midnight streamer. We're back, Earlverse, sign in. I'm a moth to a flame. Yes, you are. Hi-Fi Protege. Yes, you are. And I welcome all of you into the Earlverse. What the fuck? Why do I look like what, Happy? VIP, it wasn't that funny the first time. No need to say it an additional 2 times. No, these are meta glasses. I'm just kidding. Just speak slower. I'm back. Back in the New York groove. I'm back. Back in the New York groove. VIP, one more spam, and you've earned yourself a 1-day vacation. Because my face is a muscle. What up, Fiona, in the house? Welcome to the Earl world. We're a small but friendly stream. And I like the ambiance of the red background. So I hope you guys enjoy that. And, you know, if you don't enjoy it, that's totally fine. Because I'm not the only person streaming right now. There's a lot of people streaming out there. So if I'm not your cup of tea, all good in the hood. But if I am your cup of tea, and I see we have some new people in the stream, please, for the love of God, all things good and small, hit the subscribe button. It's what makes the internet go round and round. I'm good, Zoe. How are you? My voice is nope. I'm not crying at all, Happy. I'm too tired to give you 3 fun facts. Yeah, we don't do the Jesus stuff in here, Kaylin. Earl Grey tea. Yes, Dill, I like the way you think. We don't do shout outs in here. Earl, have you ever heard of a Canadian pro hockey player by the name? Yeah, I think from back in the day. My voice is better than Howard Stern. Could Howard Stern do this? EA Sports. It's in the game. I don't think he could. Well, tell Charlie Kirk's widow that Jesus is awesome. Tell the guy who had to jump to his death on 9/11 from 114 floors up on Tower 2 that Jesus is awesome. What would have been awesome is saving that guy. Have you ever visited? No, I don't visit Syria. Thank you very much. I am not that guy. What up, boo? Yeah, well, there's a reason they're off to see him now. Because Jesus must have been on lunch break. No, I'm not hurting at all, Dumpy. I'm a happy-go-lucky guy. My dog is not choking. Interesting. I don't have any ghost stories at the moment. No one's died. I'm actually a great guy. Am I the Hulk? I wish I was the Hulk. I have a lot more people in here. No, my dog's not choking, Channel. She has a partially collapsed trachea, and there's nothing I can do about it. And I just gave her her medicine. So, oh, thank you. No, Channel, you can do better than that. Come on now. I give everyone the 3-strike rule before I put you in 24-hour timeout. Strike one, Channel. So, no, I don't mind being told I look like the Hulk before he gets... Oh, yes. See, that's the problem with you Jesus freaks. Anytime something good happens, it's because Jesus had it happen. Anytime something bad happens, oh, well, that's not Jesus. Jesus could have prevented 9/11. He could have prevented Charlie Kirk from getting shot. Instead, he did nothing. So, I don't know, Blue Velvet. I don't know. It's only true because it fits your narrative. So, you know, I am a wild man. I will agree with you there, Loss. I never said I didn't have demons. I'm not lonely at all. I was just around 200 people at the Comedy Store. So you can project your own shortcomings on yourself, but I'm not lonely at all. It just shows you how stupid you are. Literally my job. Well, I'll agree with you there, Channel. 100%. I never said I didn't have demons. I just think it's funny that when people who talk about Jesus as king, anytime something good happens, it's because you had Jesus in your life. Anytime something bad happens, like 9/11, my uncle getting assassinated on live television, John F. Kennedy. My dad's sister married Robert F. Kennedy. So I'm familiar with what an assassination does to a family. It's, well, they were bad people, so they deserved it. No one deserves to die like Charlie Kirk did, whether you like the guy or not, whether you agree with the guy or not. Come on, man. That's fucking evil thinking. So, no, not really, King Moore. It hurts me dealing with idiots like you, to be honest with you. I'm in a great mood. I'm sorry I called you an idiot. I don't know you. No, but your mom does. Let's all get along in here. Oh, that's tough. Um, that's interesting. I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know. Um, yes, violence is selfish. Do you believe in Elon Musk? I mean, what do you mean? Actually, I'm not married, so you're 0 for 1. Liquid death is just water. Hey, from Alabama. How are you doing this morning, my friend? I used to date a girl from Huntsville, Alabama. So there you go. I don't believe in Elon Musk. R.I.P. Captain Kirk. Did Captain Kirk die? Because I like red. Red is my favorite color. I mean, we could go with this color. But I don't really like that. I like red. So, Trump kids. I don't know what that means. Stupid donkey. What up? What up? What up? We got some cool people in here. Well, my mom's been dead for 30 years, so you're probably in the wrong stream. No, that is a dog. She is a great dog, and she's sick. So, what am I supposed to do? Um, and I spend a fortune on medicine. So she's got a collapsed trachea. You can't really operate on that when they're as old as my dog is. I'm a little terrier. Good morning, Shandy girl. What up? Oh, it's all good. I mean, it's sad that I can't take her on like super long walks like I used to, but she's not in pain. It just sounds bad, but there's not much that I can do about it. Just make her feel as comfortable as I can. And, when the time comes to do the right thing, I will. But let's not talk about that. Thank you, Dalton. EA Sports, it's in the game. The best part of the Tylenol story is that there are absolutely no actual trials or testing done, just complete conjecture. Well, that's Trump in a nutshell. Just throw it out there and see what's going on. What's the fastest car I've ever owned? Absolutely, my Dodge Hellcat, 707 horsepower. We do have a few newbies. I love it, And the guy told me when I was driving off the lot with it that it's probably closer to 800. So, and then the car before that, I had a Dodge Magnum, which was about 485 horsepower. Of course, I lightened the exhaust and did some other, put the computer chip in it. So it's about 600 horsepower. Yes, please hit the like and subscribe button. How do I get subscribers? Well, you have to ask for them. I don't have a daughter, so nice try. Not to be a pain, no, it's all good. John, we don't talk about the gay stuff in here. Now I know how to pull out, unlike your dad, so I wouldn't have an annoying kid. Trust me, I'd rather have dirty sheets than an annoying kid. So, okay, see you later, Dragon. I can do a stream to 38 people instead of 39. Don't worry about it. I'm on autopilot, baby. You have to be a subscriber for 2 months before I even consider moderating you. So, sorry about that, Alphonse. I'd like to think I'm sane. Well, I don't care if you're gay or not, to be honest with you. I just welcome you in my stream, and, you know, I hope you think it's good. If not, it's all good. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying I've never come close to getting a girl pregnant, but, I'm not a father. I'm a great uncle, and that's a fact. Jack, you need a big black microphone. No, I'm good with what I have now. My stream is low tech. Well, as long as you're a subscriber, and I'll know if you're not. Nobody lies to Earl in my stream. I wish I was Mark Calloway. I'd have about a couple more zeros attached to the 33. So they do not. Thank you, Alphonse. You know, subs make the world go round. I'm not a serial killer. I'm a happy-go-lucky, unknown stand-up comic and marginally known voiceover actor trying to get as many subscribers as I can on YouTube. And I don't smoke weed. I'm straight edge in all facets of my life. Nothing happened to my voice. My voice is deep. I don't even know what the Summerfest is. Let's hear some comedy. You got to show me the money, honey. This isn't an open mic. How much do you bench? I can do 225 7 times. So thank you for the encouragement. I'm going to direct you to Ray DeVito's stream. I can sing certain songs if they're in my key. I love being straight edge. This is not a comedy stream. This is a stream hosted by a comic. I'm not going to do jokes for you. I have 1,400 videos of my comedy. This is more of a hang. Think of this as we're at a bar right now and I'm the bartender. I have not heard of that person. I have not, Mr. Ali, I have not. I don't go to Coachella. Yeah, it's all good. But see, I answer the trolls. Yes, I'm like a tattoo artist who has no tattoos. It's the Earlverse, baby. The Earlverse Bar and Grill. We're open for another 12 minutes, and then I'm going to sleep. But if you're in Los Angeles, California this Saturday night, I will be at the Comedy Store. So you guys are more than welcome to come as my guest. And I'll give you a VIP tour of the facilities. Don't type and drive. Don't text and drive. Don't look at your phone and drive. Nothing is being said at 2:49 in the morning that is that important. So, and then tomorrow, what did you guys think? Well, actually, what did you guys think of the Jimmy Kimmel monologue? I liked it. I didn't love it. You know, it was a lot of canned applause lines. I don't block anyone, Mrs. C. Sorry. EA Sports. It's in the game. No Gillies. You mean no Felicia Gillespie? I like Felicia. Apparently her and Karmic are coming to an end, but I think we all saw that coming. I don't think any relationship is built to last in the Dabbleverse. If you know what I'm saying. I wish I was that guy. I'd have about 5,500 people in this stream. So, see. I'd probably hit the old lady. I mean, the old kid. The kid hasn't lived yet. Should. Okay, that's cool. I can't wait to do comedy in Australia. No, I wish, but I do a mean Lurch impression. Here's Lurch from the Addams Family. Here we go. Ready? You rang. It's Lurch. Hit the blinker. I'm not sure what that means. My favorite comic of all time, Don Rickles, is my favorite comic of all time. How do we have 63 people in here, which I'm very happy for, but only 13 likes? Come on, man. I play hockey. And, yes, Mr. Oh, shit. We got Yonder Wizard, which means one thing and one thing only. We are about to get the Yonder Wizard bumpity bump. Please, everyone, follow Yonder Wizard. Please, I'm begging you. Sub. Yonder Wizard is one of the greats. Very funny comic based in Austin, Texas. I am based in Los Angeles, California. Yes, please like and subscribe to Earl. That would be me. Here we go again. So, but none of this. Hi-Fi Protege. Hi, Yonder, you beautiful, majestic man. Fuck yeah. I don't want to wake Lois up. Yes, I used to co-host Roddy Piper's podcast. That was an awesome time in my life, and I miss Roddy very much. So, well, obviously 374 are not watching because I only have 191 people in here. So somebody is lying to me, and I have a feeling that God would not like that. I don't understand what that means. Wyman. What up, Joe Kerr? I'm just glad your first name's not Nick. Hello. I don't know if I believe you. I'm going to need to see a screenshot of that. Thank you very much for subscribing. Subscriptions make the world go round. No, it's not that I'm not a fan of the young ones. I just never got into it. So, Ray is a queef. Yeah, I mean, I don't know much about his bluegrass. I wish I was related to John Cena. I don't know how to answer that question, to be honest with you. Joe Jack, what up? I remember you. Yes, please subscribe. I would love for you to subscribe, but if you don't want to, I don't like anyone in here who doesn't want to be in here. So, I don't ask for money. I don't know about that. I don't know if I can answer that question. What up, Jade? Visuals. It's good to have you in the stream. Always good to have a woman in the stream. It's a rarity on YouTube. So, come fast, you are on the precipice of boring me. So, be careful. Most people know me, to be honest with you. Don't worry about it, Round Eyes. Oh, you're not a woman. That's all good too. I just thought Jade Visuals was a woman. I I've been on the TV show Roast Battle. I was on the TV show I'm Dying Up Here. I was on the cartoon by Tyler the Creator called The Jellies, where I played a father. And I wish I would have been invited to Comic Con as Barry Jelly. Um, but no, and then I was on Real Rob on Netflix. I'm a Comedy Store paid regular, if that means anything to anyone. And I've got over 1,400 videos on YouTube. So what you are a part of this morning is a stream of an unknown comic. Um, I was bullied from a very young age because I've been the same size since the fourth grade. Like 6'1". Now, I wasn't 200 pounds in the fourth grade. I was probably 150. But I was still the biggest kid in my class. So, um, oh, some chill guy. You can do better than that. You're like the 200th person in here. Oh, you look like a pedophile. I mean, I'd love to see what you look like, but you don't have the balls to use your real name or put a picture of yourself up, so don't worry about it. All right, Siddharth, I don't know what your game plan is. So, I'm just chilling, Dragon Saki. What's your last name? Let's see what your channel's about, since you seem to be such a studly man. Joined 1 month ago and no subscribers. I give up. I'm taking shit from someone with no subscribers. I'm 5'11" and 198. Oh, that's good size. I'm 6'1", 205-ish. I fluctuate in weight depending on how much yoga I do. Hot yoga. What up, Tony, 82? Okay, well, Church, you're 0 for 1 with that one, so you got 2 more chances. So the message is held for review. These are always the good ones. And how much can you deadlift? I don't know. I haven't deadlifted in a very, very long time. Well, you should know my name. You're on my channel. So you could read anything and it would be calming. Well, Calrissian, did he survive? This channel is about everything and nothing at the same time, to be honest with you. Yes, it is thick. Well, not really. I mean, I work out a lot, so hey-oh, we don't do that. We don't do the weenie talking here, bro. Thank you very much. Yes, I am having a break from reality talking to you. Absolutely. We're going to do another 10 minutes, guys. And then I don't got no beef with you. What did I say to you, Dragon Saki? I got no beef with nobody. I do lift. I do. Yeah, I remember that. Come on, Chilk. You've already tried that line in another form. You're 0 for 2. You get one more chance to be funny, and then you're out for 24 hours. It's just, I'm sorry, man. Good morning, Earl. Hope you're doing well. Oh, shit. Hold on here. We got a Dabbleverse legend in the stream. My TV just magically turned on, but here's my dog.
NHL right now. Corey Schneider's here, Mike Johnson's here, I'm James Coyle. We've hit that point of the offseason, which means opening night is rapidly approaching. But who doesn't
It's
want
my
to
hockey gear.
right? All the rapid gear. You're going to go after and take down a group or take down.
It's my hockey helmet. Earl Skakel in the house. It's part of the late night crew here. I love being in the dark. And yonder wizard is in the dark with me. No, that dog is sleeping. No, I don't. I still play hockey. Right now I'm concentrating on strength. Steve Simone, the great Steve Simone. So, I bet they do. I never really liked The Simpsons, to be honest with you. I'm a South Park guy. The Simpsons, frankly, was a little too vanilla for me. So yeah, Steve Simone was great. Still is. I talked to him. I believe he lives in Florida now. So, yeah. See if I miss any. Yes, Karmic X in the house. Subscribe to Karmic X's channel too. I look for big tits in a man. So my favorite South Park is the Crab People episode. My favorite South Park is the Wheel of Fortune episode. But I don't think I can get into why that is my favorite episode. Yes, Steve is awesome, but so are you, yonder wizard. I hope to get back to Austin sooner than later, but to be honest with you, I didn't really have a great time there. I had a better time at Red Bands Club than I did the Mothership. Well, I mean, I'm 57, Lost River, so I try and avoid risky back movements. I mean, I've spent the last 35 years of my life playing hockey and golf, and you literally can't pick two worse sports for your spine. So, and at the age of 57, I really don't have a need to deadlift. So I would say if you're younger, deadlifts are definitely something to look into and explore, I guess. I pretty much do the basic exercise, bench press. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, like that green room at Sunset was awesome. That particular weekend, or not weekend, that particular Thursday I was there. There's a lot of LA comics there, and Red Band's always been good to me. And then, I walk over to the Mothership, and Joe was there that particular night, so everyone's like real stiff, and you have to talk in a specific order, and I don't deal well with that kind of vibe. So, well, I don't know if I would say the Canadians are better than America at hockey. I mean, in the Four Nations tournament, Team USA had the most wins out of any nation. And each country won one game against each other. So, I mean, I definitely think Canada's a better place to learn the game. But U.S. now is really can compete on the international level, whereas in the 80s, they, outside of the miracle on ice, it was tough for the U.S. to compete against Canada and Russia and Sweden and Finland. But now, I would say U.S. and Canada are the two top countries. Yeah, I mean, Michigan, high school hockey sells out in Michigan. Boston is another big hockey town. There used to be a time when, Team Canada could probably legit field 3 teams. and the U.S. could only really fill one. But there were a lot of good players left off the Four Nations tournament um, this year for the U.S. Like Tage Thompson was, I think he was leading the league in goals. Didn't make the team. Cole Caulfield from Montreal, even though he's on the Canadiens, he's American. Um, he didn't come close to making the team. So it's and if that was 10, 15 years ago, Caulfield and Thompson would have played on the first line. So, and the Olympics are this year, should be a good one. So, and I don't know if Russia's going to be allowed to compete. I would have loved to have seen Russia compete, and it would be the Five Nations tournament. But yeah, I mean, it depends on but now you're starting to see like a lot of players from Southern California playing the NHL. I think Jason Robertson of Dallas, Trevor Moore of the Kings. Um, Whereas, in the 80s and whatnot, I think you had like one guy from California, Craig Cox from Chino, and he was like the tough guy. Chino or Chula Vista, one of those two. But now there's, almost a Californian on every team. So, um, times have changed. So, yeah, please follow Yonder Wizard and Karmic X, two good dudes. Yes, Yonder, if you're still here, I do plan on coming. I might go to Austin and just do Red Man's Club. And it's weird. I was treated really well at the Mothership. I just, I don't deal well when people are on eggshells. Um, well, I don't know. I mean, I think I've seen a lot of tapes of kids playing with a puck in Canada, but I would say probably the fundamentals are stressed in Canada, but also in the U.S. too. I mean, you look at the Four Nations tournament. Um, the U.S. had every bit the roster Canada did. So, um, yeah. I mean, I've been told I can come back to the Mothership anytime, but if I ran into Brian Callen, I'd just walk out. I hate that guy for reasons we don't have to get into now, but um, and I'm at the point now where I just want to do comedy with my friends, and although it was awesome to be at the Mothership with Red Band and Tony and all those guys, I just, I get everyone wants to kiss Joe's ass and shit. Like, I get it. I don't know, it wasn't fun for me. But I had a great set. I love that they put the phone in the Yonder bags. The crowd was very engaged. And now the Comedy Store puts the phones in the Yonder bags. So I don't know if that's a Mothership thing or if Joe called Peter Shore and said, "Hey, man, I'm doing this. You should do it too." So, um, yeah, I definitely had a good time at Sunset. Although I hated the people smoking in the green room because I don't smoke, so I hate being around smoke. So we'll go another 7 minutes, guys. Another 7 minutes, and then Earl Skakel is going to bed, and we will talk another. Anaheim should go back to the Mighty Ducks. I don't know about that. I mean, I just don't like them for several things, but we won't get into here. Um, so let me put it this way: there's a reason he moved to Austin, but yeah. I mean, I just hate being around smoke, cigarette smoke, weed smoke. I can handle, but um, and Joe was very nice to me. As soon as I walked in the green room at the Mothership, he gave me a big hug and bought me dinner, and he bought everyone dinner, just these amazing burgers. I just remember they were like barbecue from somewhere on 6th Street. And yeah, Kimmel is back, I mean, I watched the monologue. It was all right. I mean, I wasn't like blown away by it, but, um, he, uh, Disney has egg on their face for sure. So, I mean, it'll be interesting to see what the ratings were tonight. I said these ratings for tonight, just for tonight now, might rival Johnny Carson's last episode, which was very big. Slapshot, it ain't even close. And I love Youngblood, but you know what made Slapshot so good was that it was basically a real life story of how minor league hockey was back then. I mean, constant fights, brawls every other minute, and so each team had like probably seven tough guys. Youngblood was good, I mean, it's probably a glimpse into what that era of hockey was. But Slapshot, do you like Jimmy Carr? Well, I did a roast battle with Jimmy Carr on international television. I beat him, but yeah, Jimmy's great. Um, what do you feel about 9/11? Mystery Alaska is a great movie. It's a fantasy hockey movie, basically. Um, I mean, but in terms of like, I like my sports movies to be kind of realistic. So, like, my favorite football movie is North Dallas 40, which was a real life expose of the mid to late 70s Dallas Cowboys. And, hockey, I like Slapshot. Um, I don't really have a favorite basketball movie, but, baseball, Bad News Bears, because that's really what Little League baseball was like in the 70s. The coaches were all drunks. Because I don't think a lot of those kids in the first Bad News Bears movie were actors. I think they were just scouted from Little League games. So, and the Hanson brothers, absolutely. But the Hanson brothers, I think two of the three played in the NHL. So, yeah, I mean, I'm leaving out like On Any Given Sunday and Rudy and The Longest Yard, the original Longest Yard. But I'm not really, the Longest Yard to me isn't really a football movie. It's a movie about power with football as the background, if that makes any sense. So, um, but whereas North Dallas 40, and North Dallas 40 is also a movie about power and the dynamics of a coach who's a bully, and so then you missed the point of what movie? Um, Susie, I'll talk. It's my stream. I'll talk how I want to talk. Thank you for alerting me to my language. No, I'm good. I don't need a hug, especially from you. Um, Rick Rickson, I don't know what that means. I see we got some last minute trolls coming in, and I appreciate you guys. You know what? Fuck it. I'm feeling in a good mood. We'll do a 1 hour stream. Now, I'm very tired right now, but I will give you guys another 15 minutes, and then I'm going to go to sleep because I'm tired. And I don't know what that means, Rickson. My man, I don't know what that means, Spotted T. The freaks are coming in the stream late, but that's okay. We have some semi-normal people in here. Yonder Wizard, Karmic X. Remember the Titans is a good movie. I mean, and then, I like the first Major League. That's a pretty good movie. So, okay, I only acknowledged the first three Star Wars from the 70s and early 80s. I don't, Jar Jar Binks was not my jam, if you know what I mean. I mean, The Mighty Ducks, I don't know if I would say that was a hockey movie, but, good movie, cute movie. I guess you'd call it a cute movie. Hey, Daddy, you man. Okay. Thank you, Michael. Good to see you back in the stream. And for a lot of new people in here. So, as you guys know, the YouTube algorithm jumps like a dog in heat for new subscriptions. So, please hit the like and subscribe button. Have you not been on live, or have I missed them? I've been doing a fair amount of lives. I do have a favorite boxer, and it's a heavyweight boxer that probably most of you in the stream have never heard of, but the great Ron Lyle. Ron Lyle was a heavyweight boxer who was in prison for 7.5 years for murder. He came out. He was beating Muhammad Ali on all scorecards, but then Ali got him in the 11th round. And then a few months later, he was in, I think, the greatest heavyweight fight of all time. Joe Son, you're out of control, dude. Ron Lyle against a prime George Foreman. And what up, Swanson? And it's the best 4.5 round. If you guys get anything from this stream tonight, it's please, please, please check out Ron Lyle versus George Foreman. It is a fight that is like literally watching a video game. It's unbelievable. And then Tex Cobb is another one of my favorite fighters. Not a great fighter, not a great record, but man, could that guy take a fucking punch. Yeah, Gotti and Ward are great. I mean, I was a heavyweight guy, but I'm 57, so I think I grew up in the greatest era of heavyweight boxing. Anyway, when you think about the 70s, you had a prime Ali, a prime Frazier, a prime George Foreman, and then that second tier just below those guys, you had Ron Lyle, Ken Norton, Ernie Shavers, Jerry Quarry, Jimmy, I think, Smith, Leon Spinks. I mean, it was a great, you probably had 10 or so guys who could all be champion, but, Ali, Frazier, and Foreman were the guys. And if Ron Lyle weren't in prison for 7.5 years, who knows what he could have done. And then Larry Holmes came in. And Holmes' problem, I was talking last night on the stream, basically was he had no one to fight. I mean, he was fighting guys like Pinklin Thomas and Tim Witherspoon and, John Tate. So, and then Tyson came in and, did what he did. And, well, that's not very nice to say, Popeye. Sonny Liston was good. I don't know, like, if Sonny Liston could have beaten Ron Lyle. It's like Babe Ruth was a good baseball player for his time, but you pop a prime Babe Ruth into, say, the mid-'80s where he had to face Dwight Gooden and Roger Clemens. I don't think he does very well against those guys. Now, of course, it's a scenario we would never, it's just conjecture on my part, but, it's like if you take a goaltender from the 50s and you put him in the league today and have Ovechkin shoot on him, especially with the modern advances in equipment, that goalie's going to get his head taken off. So, it's kind of a weird, when you're comparing people from other eras. Well, I don't know. I don't think Babe Ruth did steroids, and also Babe Ruth put up numbers against white players, because blacks weren't allowed to play in Major League Baseball. So would Babe Ruth have been as dominant against Satchel Paige and all of the great Negro League players? I don't know. I mean, he was a great player for his generation. By the way, I was in the Babe Ruth TV movie that is on, I don't think so, Round Eyes. But, I can't say he wouldn't. It's just, the players, due to training methods, they got faster and bigger and stronger. I mean, I don't think Babe Ruth could lay a bat on a Roger Clemens fastball. But maybe he could have, I don't know. And, like I said, he played against a lot of inferior opponents. So, yeah, Josh Gibson, who was, there's so many great Negro League players that would have been stars, but, I mean, Terry Sawchuk, can you imagine him facing a Zdeno Chara slap shot, 109 miles an hour? Now, if you put Terry Sawchuk in modern gear, maybe he'd be pretty good. But can you imagine if you put Zdeno Chara in the NHL in the 50s? Like, who's going to fuck with that guy? I mean, I remember Well, I mean, but Bonds, listen, I don't mind the cheating that went on in baseball. I mean, baseball is notorious for cheating. I mean, so I don't care about the steroid guys. Don Sutton uh, doctored baseballs in probably every game he won. Gaylord Perry used a spitball. Now, the spitball wasn't illegal, but like it was still kind of cheating. Ferguson Jenkins doctored baseballs. The league doctored baseballs to get more home runs in the dead ball era. Um, and then, there's many examples of players cheating in baseball. So, uh, I don't, I think the steroid guys should be in. Everyone was cheating back then. Corked bats, corked balls, um, shit in their mitts, uh, Vaseline. I mean, baseball is probably the most cheated on sport in the history of team sports. So I never really minded, Canseco, McGuire, Sosa, Biggio, all those guys juicing. And it wasn't illegal at the time. So, it's like with Gaylord Perry and the spitball. That was not illegal at the time. Now, is a spitball cheating? In my opinion, it is. But he technically, on paper, wasn't doing anything wrong. So, I just think they should have an Olympics where everyone does everything. You might die in 5 years, but if you want to roid up, baby. So I wish I was the EA Sports guy. Oh my God, yeah. I mean, it reinvigorated people back into baseball again. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, but it would never be, like it's tough, okay, if you put Babe Ruth and say he had to go up against Otani, I think people are already kind of forgetting how good of a pitcher Otani is or was. I don't know if he's going to ever pitch again. But I just don't know. Because Babe Ruth didn't train. He's just a fucking drunk who could hit a baseball. You can't do that today. Babe Ruth is not going to go in a cold plunge or in a sauna. He's going to drink. He's going to get up an hour before game time and be the best player in the game. Um, what up, Attribute? I love you too, man. Um, yeah, I mean, so listen. Um, I mean, football's the same way. I mean, I'm a Steeler guy. Look at you don't think those '70s Steeler teams were on roids? Fuck, man. Look at the size of some of those guys. But that's a tough one because steroids were not illegal back then. Um, so, oh, of course. I mean, when the Major League Baseball was having trouble with home runs, they literally, essentially, I don't know what the process was called, but they corked the baseballs so they'd fly off the bats. So how the hell are McGuire and Canseco bad guys, and Palmero and all those guys? Well, thank you, TJ. Way to bring the mood of the room down. Um, so, I mean, we're having a nice stream, and then you come in here. So, but welcome to the stream, TJ. Hit the like and subscribe button, will you? Um, yeah, I'm a believer that and in 100 years from now, you could probably say the players today won't be able. Can you imagine, just through the advances of technology, what kind of, you'll probably have every pitcher in the league hitting 105 miles an hour. Um, well, thank you, TJ. Then troll away. We've got 5 more minutes, guys. And then Earl Skakel will be powering down for the evening. But please hit the like and subscribe button. Subscribe also, if you will, to Yonder Wizard, Karmic X. He did a drive-by, but he's a Dabbleverse icon. And, I mean, look at tennis, Look at the advances in tennis rackets. Now, when I was a kid, there was a guy by the name of Roscoe Tanner who, with a wood racket, I think he hit it like 130 miles an hour on the serve. Can you imagine how unhittable Roscoe Tanner would be if he played with a graphite racket I mean, he'd probably hit 200 miles an hour on the serve, literally. So, Joe Jack, did I miss the first part? You seem like a Steeler. Well, I mean, the Steelers, their defense is old. I mean, Watt is an old 31. He's got a lot of miles on that body. Hayward, a lot of miles on that body. Ramsey hasn't played bad. He hasn't played great, but he hasn't played bad. Probably the right time to get rid of Fitzpatrick. Rodgers still has the fucking arm. I mean, he throws ropes. And they should have won that game they lost. I mean, the rookie running back didn't know there was no dead ball in the NFL. I mean, that's a rookie. I mean, you talk about a rookie mistake, but I don't know if that's the coaches. I mean, that's such a basic rule. Even I knew that. And then that one interception, Fryermuth was just about to catch the ball. He was running a post. No. He was running an out, which is why he was right in the edge. And then Austin was running a post, but at the last minute changed directions and tipped the ball. So that's 2 touchdowns that they gave them. So, I mean, I feel bad for Johnson. I mean, I'm sure he's nervous. I don't like criticizing professional athletes, but that's just literally boils down to knowing the rule. Like, even I know there's no dead ball foul, or there's no dead ball. You have to, you know, you have to cover the ball. So, I mean, I don't know if I'd say Rodgers is a Piazza compared to Favre. I mean, I think the offensive line's a little wonky, and Rodgers isn't mobile. But I do like the weapons that they have. I mean, when you look at the Steelers, they've got a great 3 tight end attack: Smith, Washington, and Fryermuth. You've got DK Metcalf, who's the real deal. I mean, Calvin Austin, even though he fucked up in that one game, he's a good receiver. So, I think Caleb Johnson will be a good player. I mean, I don't know what happened with Najee Harris, and you know, just didn't work out. But now we are live again, but not for long, baby. And now he's hurting the Chargers, so I don't know. Yeah, I mean, Metcalf is like RoboCop, and th- they're still working on their chemistry. They didn't play in the preseason, so um, I can only imagine when they get it going. So I think the Steelers will be a factor. I mean, I think the defense will play better. I mean, it is a great defense. It's just old. Um, Ramsey's a good addition, um, and Peppers is a good addition. Queen's a great tackler. So I mean, there's a lot of talent. It's just it's older. So um, are we developing pictures? I'm not sure what that means, A. Thompson. I don't know what you mean by that. How much, baby? Good morning. You still up? Wow. I know. Big Bones Jones. Well, I was only going to do about a half-hour stream, but then we got the infamous Yonder Wizard bump. So I had to do an hour. I'm just trying to get the subscriptions up. And I do see finally a light at the end of the tunnel. I was a Ramsey skeptic until that hit on Wilson. Yeah, that was a fucking great hit. I mean, that was Mel Blunt, but bigger. Um, oh, I see what you're saying, A. Thompson. No, I like the redness of the Earl sign, and I can't show you what I have as my red frame, but on my iMac. But I do love it. Um, so I see what you're talking about. I get the cut of your jib. So I think I found my niche time to do this. Is that like between 2 and 4 in the morning? Now I can't do it every night at 2 and 4 from 2 and 4 in the morning because I'm just tired. But for some reason I was up And I thought, let's do another stream, you know. And I appreciate you guys. Well, that reminds me, I was walking on Robertson once with Lois, and there's a paparazzi haven restaurant called The Ivy, and TMZ usually plants their reporters in the bushes across the street. And I saw my friend Melanie, she worked for TMZ, and I said, "Hey, who are you trying to take a picture of over there?" And she's like, "Oh, David Charbay's having lunch." I'm like, "I don't think you have to hide to take David Charbay's picture. I'm pretty sure he's down." Um, I know. I mean, Jack Lambert was only. Check out my picture of Jack Lambert. No, I'm just a Steeler fan because my dad knew Art Rooney. I mean, there's the man right there. But Jack Lambert was only like, I think he was like 6'2", 215, but he looked giant. 6'2", 215. Shit, that's not even the size of a punter now. So I know we got 137 people in here. Many thanks to Yonder Wizard for doing that. I very much appreciate that. So Yonder Wizard gets it. He don't have to help me, but for whatever reason he likes me, and that's why I try and get people to his stream and get Karmic X's stream. I mean, we can all support each other. There's enough subs for us all to prosper. Yes, my dad knew the Art Rooney, not the sons, but the dad, the white-haired Art Rooney. So every year the Steelers won a Super Bowl, I would get a game-used ball autograph by the team. That's 11 Hall of Fame autographs, and I would go in the backyard and play. Oh, what an idiot. Yes, not one person has asked to see my dick in here tonight, so that's a win. That's a win. We'll go 3 more minutes, guys. We'll hit the 65-minute mark, and then I must go to sleep. I'm talked out, to be honest with you. I wish, man. I mean, those balls, when you consider, let's go over the Hall of Famers on the 70s Pittsburgh Steelers. Let's hit the offense first. Mike Webster, Terry Bradshaw, Franco Harris, Stallworth, Swan. So that's 5 right there. And was Rocky Bleier in the Hall of Fame? Someone let me know. So that's 5. Obviously, you get the defense. You've got Mean Joe Green, Jack Lambert, Jack Ham, Mel Blount. So that's 9. And didn't 1 or 2 other L.C. Greenwood? I think he made the Hall of Fame. That's 10. And I think there was another Hall of Famer in there. So 11, let's say 11 Hall of Fame autographs. And Art Rooney made them sign. Like, it was autographed by the whole team. And when I opened up the package, there was like dirt on the football, so it was legit. Well, Yonder Wizard is the only way I know how to be, but I'm starting to realize that being kind in the world of stand-up comedy kind of works against you, but fuck it. It's just who I am. And at this point, I'm probably never going to change. And, okay, I didn't know if Rocky Bleier was in the Hall of Fame. Part of me thinks he is, but he probably didn't have the stats. And Chuck Noll probably signed. I don't remember if Chuck Noll signed the footballs, but if he did, that's 12 Hall of Fame autographs. So, 1 more minute, guys. 1 more minute. And then we will stream another day. Yeah, be a prick, Earl. I'm a great guy. Oh, I see what you're saying. You know, I'd probably be further along if I was a dick, but I just can't. Like, I was on the early shows of Kill Tony, and I was just like, this show's too much, man. We're basically shitting on open micers who can't fire back at us. This is not fun. But, you know, then I was good at Roast Battle, which Roast Battle is not a joke writing contest, which, as people attached to the show say, the cover for Roast Battle is nothing more than skilled and well-timed bullying. Earl Skakel,